They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Louisiana Tech will kick it off and will be underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. So LSU's offense will have the opening possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Dumps it to the back. And the missed connection on third down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So Louisiana Tech's offense will take the field for the first time. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, Dave.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew what they were going to be facing. And two guys we know.
Oh, he's got some space. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Bullock. Got it in the middle, it's Finley. Wide open spaces. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. And he gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Throws to the tight end. Working that left side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give on the inside. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Berry. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU, and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Tigers. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Touchdown, Tigers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in games.
Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Here's a heat. A little screen to the running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll ride the hot hand. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
Guys, LSU has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Back to pass, it's Bullock. Gets it out fast. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Makes the catch. It's Wiggins. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Here's the handoff. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Brown. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Got a man. It's Berry. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. That's a fly. Couldn't quite hang on to that one, and this red zone defense came that close to forcing a turnover. Third down coming up. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Another incompletion on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good. Easy call for the ref. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Auburn escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Tigers fans there today could have done without this one being so close. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. From the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Jukes his way for more. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Corrals it at the 45. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this one.
They'll give it to him again. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. They make the stop, but he got the one he needed and plenty more. It's first and goal. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He's looking to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And the returner goes down. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Looking to throw, it's Bullock. Makes the grab, it's Wiggins. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Gets rid of it. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops.
There he goes. All out of space. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wiggins. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Dances away. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The Bulldogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. The throw to the outside is complete. Rustled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Bullock. Under fire. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And it's right down the boulevard. Now the lead is down to 11.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on when you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air on first down. Rushes on him. He unleashes a long one. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Lets it fly. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense. You're late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially...
Makes the grab deep. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's head back to Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. From inside the 10, here he comes. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They are caught. For their defense in Baton Rouge, a huge third down coming up. Looking for a man, it's Bullock. Caught over the middle, it's Jackson. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, give on the inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hit.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Give to the running back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grab behind the line, it's Sharp. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Looking to the big tight end. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to set up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Dropping back, it's Bullock. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. That was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
Got it in the middle. It's Finley. And they pick up just a few on that completion. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. That's caught. It's Wilkerson. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. On his way back from the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Finds his tight end. Oh, he's getting a hasty. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. From the gun, the ground game. Got enough for the first down. Finds a crease at the 20. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And the offense punches in it again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Scanning the field, it's Bullock. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Gandy. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And they'll mark it down at the 30. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So 1st down, we'll open up the final period. They'll start this drive with a pass. And his first pass is incomplete.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a 2nd look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He'll get rid of it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was moved.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Looking for space. It's Wiggins. He'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half. That last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front.
Lots of running room. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and shoot up some extra yards.
Tackle is made near the 48-yard line. Brings up second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. It's Bullock. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll look to pin him deep. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Caught in the backfield. It's Gandy. He's past the 30. He's loose. Finds a little space. Ernie on the Jets. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Dropping back, it's Bullock. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Lining up for the PAT. And after making the extra point, they're down 24-13. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Baylor proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Bears team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. On the move, he fires. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And big pass plays like that are the product of an offensive line doing a great job in pass protection. That quarterback cannot read the coverage and get the football out of his hands to the open receiver unless he has time. So give this offensive line tons of credit up front for communicating and not giving up any ground. They are being so physical.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Out of the backfield, he's open. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to